Find the number of sodium atoms in 2 moles of sodium. Right? The formula we learned was N equals simple N into capital N. Okay. What is this? Capital N. I told you we are writing it in long terms, but I am using a symbol. Right? This symbol sometimes you might not be learning at school. Never mind. Just take it as the symbol. When you are writing, you can write the word. Number of particles. So, capital N is equal to simple N into capital N. Simple N into capital N. Number of particles equals moles into Avogadro. What is simple N? What is simple N? Moles. Capital L, Avogadro's constant. We learned that 1 mole of any substance contains how much particles? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Repeat it. How much is it? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Repeat it again. 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 particles are there. So 1 mole contains that amount means 2 moles should contain 2 times of that, right? 5 moles must contain 5 times of that. 10 moles should contain 10 times of that. That's the idea. So accordingly, here, first case, question 2. You want to find out the number of sodium atoms in sodium moles. Sodium is an element. All the elements are made up of their own atoms. We learned 20 elements, some additional elements also. More than 100 elements are more. So all these elements are made up of their own atoms. So in their moles, what we find is number of atoms. 1 mole of sodium contains Avogadro's constant of sodium atoms. Why? Already we just reminder we learned last week. Any element you take of 1 mole. 1 mole of any element contains 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atoms. So sodium 1 mole contains 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 sodium atoms. Hydrogen 1 mole contains 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 hydrogen atoms. Calcium 1 mole contains same 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 calcium atoms. Like that, every element contains same number of that particular elements atoms. Clear? So accordingly, now question asks you in 2 moles of what is there. So I'm writing number of sodium atoms equal moles into Avogadro. Correct? Moles into Avogadro. How many moles are there? 2 moles into moles and more. Avogadro how much? 6.022 into the power 23 per mole. In 1 mole, right? In 1 mole, that amount. In 2 moles, how do you take? You have to just multiply. Then you get 12.044 into 10 to the power 23 mole to mole plus. So how much particles are there? 12.044 into 10 to the power 23. Like 1 bag contains 10 pens, 2 bags contains 2 into 10. 10 bags contain 10 into 10. 100 bags contain 100 into 10. Got it? So we have to just multiply. 1 bag 10 pens, 5 bags, 5 into 10, 50. 10 bags, 10 into 10, 100. That is the idea we are taking. 1 mole contains 6.02 into the power 23. Then 2 moles must contain 2 into that amount. 10 moles must contain 10 into that amount. So same thing I am repeating for you to understand it correctly. Is that clear? So this is number of atoms. Number of atoms. Now, this formula we write as N. N refers to number of atoms in elements. Okay. If you apply this formula for elements, what you find as N is number of atoms. All 100 plus elements, you apply this formula, you find out their own atoms. Okay. And if you are going to apply this formula for a compound, you apply this formula for a compound like water, H2O, carbon dioxide, CO2, ammonia, NH3, glucose, C6H12O6, methane, CH. Any compound you apply the same formula. What you find is molecules. By N, what you find is molecules. Is that clear? For elements, you apply this formula. Capital N refers to number of atoms. For compounds, you apply this formula. Capital N refers to molecules. Capital N refers to molecules. Okay. So according to the first question, the question 2, we did for atoms. Look at the question, please. Find the number of H2O molecules. Now, can you see H2O molecules? Earlier sodium atoms, now H2O molecules. Okay. So, how do I find number of H2O molecules? Right? Formula, no change. Moles into Avogadro. How many moles are there? 5 moles are there. Avogadro is same, right? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 per mole. Correct? So you multiply 30.11 into 10 to the power 20. So this is the number of molecules. This is the number of molecules. Okay? Now listen. Now let's say, it is not the exact question. Let's say, question asked you, let's say, if you want to find out what is the total atoms. Okay. One bag contains 3 pennies. 2 bags contain 6 pennies. 10 bags contain 30. How much pennies are there in 100 bags? 3 into 100, 300. Am I correct? Same way. One H2O contains 3 atoms. Okay. So, atoms in one H2O molecule. How many are there? 3. Okay. How many molecules are there? 30.11 into the power 23. Hence, total atoms should be equal to 1 molecule 3 into how many molecules? 30.11 into the power 23. Means 90.33 into 10 to the power 23 total atoms are there. You understand that point? Okay. One molecule of H2O contains 3 atoms, right? Look here. 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, correct? Look here. 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So 3 atoms are there. One molecule contains 3 atoms. 3 atoms. Then 10 molecules contain 10 into 3, 30. 100 molecules contain 100 into 3, 300. Then this is the number of molecules. How many total atoms are there? Number of molecules into number of atoms. Number of molecules into number of atoms in one molecule, correct? Number of bags into number of pens in one bag. Number of bags into number of pens in one bag. Then you can find out the total number of pens. Am I correct? You understand? Likewise, number of molecules into atoms in one molecule. You multiply, you get the total number of atoms. Clear the point? Clear? Okay, fine. So, second question when you write that formula. Okay, so it refers to 2 ways. This is the third question and mark it as if you want to find out the total atoms. Right? Same. Because this is not the question. And then you can find the fourth. Now you can find out the fourth question onwards. Okay? Fourth question onwards you can find. All right, right? Yes. You can find out the next one now. Write the rest of the answers again. Question 4. Question 4. Find the total number of atoms in 3 moles of carbon dioxide. 3 moles of carbon dioxide. How do you find out total number of atoms? First, you want to find out number of carbon dioxide molecules you want to find out, correct? Number of carbon dioxide molecules. Okay. Equals moles into agar. How many moles are there? 3 moles are there. 3 moles into 6.022 into the power 23 per mole. Okay. You multiply how much you get? 18.06 into 10 to the power 23 carbon dioxide molecules are there. You want to find out total number of atoms, right? You want to find out total number of atoms. First you write number of atoms in 1 carbon dioxide. How many atoms are there? 1 plus 2. 1 carbon, 2 oxygen, altogether 3. Hence, total atoms 3 into 18.066 into 10 to the power 23, correct? How much you got? 54.198 into 10 to the power 23. Don't miss this, okay? If you miss this, the entire answer goes wrong. Because 10 to the power 23, 23 zeros are there. So that is the total number of atoms. Okay, total number of atoms. That's question 5. Wait, question 4, right? Yeah. Question number 4. Right. Question number 5. Molar mass of oxygen is 16 grams per mole. Find the amount of oxygen in moles in 56 grams of oxygen. Now you want to find the amount of oxygen. So amount of oxygen refers to moles. You want to find out the number of moles. Okay. You can see 16 grams per mole molar mass given. 56 grams also given. So moles equal given mass over molar mass. So remember amount of substance. Amount of substance or moles of substance means this is the formula. Right? Amount of particles means previous formula, capital N. Number of particles, number of atoms, number of molecules means previous formula, capital N. Amount of substance, amount of moles, moles of substance refers to N. Simple. So what is the mass given, guys? 56 grams divided by what is the molar mass? 16 grams. How much you get? 3.5? Is it 3.5? Okay, 3.5. Now you see the same question repeated again, but with a small difference. What is the difference? These are the points where you might mistake. So listen carefully. Okay. Question 5 went up with oxygen. Oh. Question 5 went up with oxygen. Right? Oxygen. Question 6 goes with relative molecular mass. Now, oxygen is an element. So it should be given with relative atomic mass. If relative molecular mass is given, it should be a molecule. What is the molecule here? Oxygen gas. So now this question, number 6, we are going up with O2. Not oxygen, oxygen gas. What's the difference? Oxygen is the elemental. O, single O is the elemental. Oxygen atom. Okay. O2, it is the gas. Oxygen gas. Oxygen is always found in air as O2. O2 and O3 is also there. It is also visible. It is in the upper atmosphere. Right? So O2, it is a molecule. So now you see O16 means O2 should be double of that, right? O16, O2 should be 16 plus 16, 30. That's right. Question asks you find the number of oxygen atoms. You see, the question gives you O2. It asks you O. Clear the point? Question gives you O2. But question asks you about what? Not O2. How many O's are there? How many O's are there? Right. What do you do? 48 grams of oxygen gas given. Particles means you have to work with this formula, right? Capital N. You have to work with capital N equal moles into Avogadro, correct? But the thing is, you must know the moles first. Do we know the moles here? No. See the way we are linking, okay? Moles, it's not known. You want to find out the moles. How do you find out the moles? 48 grams are there. And I'm going to apply 48 grams of oxygen gas. So I'm applying 4O2. Moles equal given mass for molar mass I'm applying, right? What is the given mass? 48. What is the molar mass of O2? O2 is 32. Relative atomic mass 32 means molar mass should be 32 grams per mole. Same thing, grams per mole is 100. 48 over 32, how much? How much is it? 1.5. So, how many moles you got here? 1.5. Did you understand what we did? We found the number of moles. Given mass over molar mass. Given mass 48, molar mass 32. Right? Now, what I do? For O2, I apply number of O2 molecules equals moles into Avogadro. How many moles are there? 1.5 moles. Avogadro 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 per mole. You multiply, you get 9.033 into 10 to the power 20. This is O2 molecules. O2 molecules. Question asks you how many O atoms are there. How do we do that? In O2, in one O2, how many oxygen are there? 2. This is the O2 in total, right? How much we have to multiply by? 2 we have to multiply by. Is that clear? We have to multiply by 2. So what I do? Let me write straight away. Total oxygen atoms. In one, there are 2 atoms into molecules 9.033 into 10 to the power 20. Got it? So you multiply 18.066 into 10 to the power 23. Who are there? Oxygen atoms are there. Oxygen atoms are there. Did you understand that? So you see, step by step, it's not hard. It's not hard. If you untie the messed up areas part by part, it's easy. At once when you are going to untie, it's hard. So step by step, okay, step by step. Please make it up. That's question 6. Hope you got the difference between these two, okay? Right. So what's next? Question 7. How about the question 7? Calculate the amount of carbon dioxide. Amount of carbon dioxide means what is the formula? Amount of carbon dioxide means amount of substances. What is the formula? Mole equal given mass over molar mass, right? Given mass over molar mass, correct? How much is the given mass? 22 grams. What is the molar mass of carbon dioxide? Is given 44 grams per mole. How much is it? 1 over 2. Half mole. Half a mole. 0.5. Amount of magnesium atoms in magnesium sample is 18.06 into 10 to the power 23. Find the amount of magnesium in moles and then find the mass. First, you want to find out the moles. Total atoms given with. Where do we connect the total atoms? For magnesium atoms, I'm applying N equal simple into capital L. Correct? This is a formula, right? Number of particles are connected with moles in this formula. Correct? Right. Whom you want to find out now? You want to find out the moles you want to find. So moles equal N over L, right? N over L. How much is N? 18.066 into 10 to the power 23 per mole. Oh, sorry. That's the total. Dividing by how much is the Avogadro? Now you must know 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 per mole in 1 mole. How much is it? You divide it. It has 3. So straight away, just take out these two numbers. Mostly I these two numbers they will be 18 over 6 is 3, right? And 6 divided by 2.22. It is also 3. So is that does it mean that we are writing 3.3? No. How do you write? Totally 3. Totally it's 3. So 3 10 to the power 23 also will continue. The more you get becomes n more. So how much moles are there? 3 moles. How much moles are there? Then the question asks you the same way, find the mass. Now, moles is equal given mass over molar mass. Okay? You want to find out this. M equal, you take it here, moles into molar mass. How much moles? 3. Correct? What is the molar mass of magnesium? It's not given here, but you have in the table. How much is it? 24 grams per mole. 24 grams per mole. 24 grams per mole. Okay. So 3 into 24, how much is it? Okay. 72 grams are there. How many grams are there? 72 grams. Is that clear? Do you understand that? Get the answer for the next ones now. 9 and the 10th one. Question 9 and 10. Hurry up. Have you done with the 9th and 10th? 9th and 10th, have you done? Please go ahead. Recordings, you can just go through the Google Classroom and get it off. Whatever the recordings are there, whatever the classes we have done, again maybe 1 or 2 classes are not there. All of the classes from the very beginning, all of them are uploaded into your Google Classroom. It's chapter by chapter, it is marked. Whatever the chapters you have missed or whatever the chapters you haven't been there in the classes, you can go through and once or twice, or else 1 or 2 videos for a week you do, you can because almost 2 hour class, right? Okay, so you can't be doing all those things at once at the end of the day, right? Clear before the exams. So one by one you finish it up. Oh, the missed lessons. Clear? So make sure you go through all the recordings as much as possible, at least the missed lessons. Especially you guys, okay? Missed a lot of lessons. With those errors, gaps, you can't go for the exams, okay? Clear them up. Fine, give me the answers for the 9th and the 10th one. Question 9 and 10. Hurry up. Yes, all right. Yes. 5 minutes. Go. There is a hard. They are in like understands for the understood what we have asked. Because of okay, Miss okay, sure. Have you done this in school? Okay. Why the first thing is capitals. Second, I'm living in this as mostly more than you as number of the capital. Now, this is number of parts. So let's say I'm doing oxygen. That's when the reason molecule how atoms are there. Oxygen atoms are there. Okay. H2O is a molecule. It is a molecule. Okay. How many atoms are there? Two hydrogen, one oxygen, so sorry. This is how we find out that. Now, if you want to find out the particles, yes, again refers to particles. Okay. This refers to part. Okay. If we take the particles into groups, one number of atoms. So if it is a compound, number of molecules. Okay. So let's say one example. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, sodium. These are elements that what you find here is there are atoms. This N refers to atoms. Same thing if you are applying for H2, CO2, NH3, N refers to molecules. Understand? For element you apply this formula, it refers to atoms. For a compound you apply this formula, this N refers to information. Okay. Now, question. You want to find out number of sodium atoms at 2 moles of sodium. Number of sodium atoms at 2 moles of sodium. Okay. N equals N into N. That's the formula. Now, you want to find out the sodium atoms, right? Write it equals number of sodium atoms. What is the formula? Moles into alcohol. How many moles are there? 2 moles. Simply how many? 2 moles. How many is L is equal to 6.02 to 10^23. These are constant value. So multiply by 6.02 to 10^23. Multiply how much? 12 by 0.044 into the whole. Now you see, we apply this formula for everything. Yes, scientific notation. That's scientific notation. Yeah, again, scientific notation. What you can looking for the one whole number first right, and then you take and you change that. It is not must to be the scientific notation because it's not a that's okay. Otherwise, it is not mentioning you to get the answer scientific notation. It's fine. So he just put the scientific. But if they say, oh, this is the correct, that's not. Paper one mentioning. Okay. So that's it. And the other now you see we apply this formula to sodium element. So we found sodium atoms. Now the next question we are here. Find the number of H2. Now we are applying this formula H2. This is applied for sodium elements. It is an element. H2 it is a compound. Now I'm going to find out number of in here refers to number of H2 atoms or molecules. You understand that now? What is the formula? N into it. How many moles are there? 5 moles are there. Into how much is the number? 6.02 into the power 23. For okay, or 3.01. Okay, so this is now H2O. H2O. Correct. Right. Question now. Find the total number of atoms. Now, it is carbon dioxide and CO. All short term. Right. So first, I want to find out number of carbon dioxide per atoms of molecules. Molecules. Clear? What is the formula? Moles in dollars. How many moles are there? 3 moles. Into 6.02 is equal to about 23 constant. Multiply 18.066 is equal to 23 more carbon dioxide. Right? Question asked the total weight. One carbon dioxide. How many atoms are there? In one carbon dioxide, one carbon, no, total 3 atoms are there. Right? Now, you want to get total atoms in one carbon dioxide. Total atoms in total atoms in carbon. Total atoms in oxygen. Okay, what it equals to 6 carbon dioxide. Okay, what is the total? In one, it is 3. Into how many atoms? In 0.066 into 10 to the power. I skipped one point. Must take by skip. Okay. So 3 into 18.066 into 10 to the power. When you multiply these, how much you get? 54.198. Okay. First you want to find out the molecules. Then how many atoms are there in one? You can write very good thing. You want to write number of and scale. One carbon dioxide is 3. So total atoms. Total atoms 3 to 6. So so this may be connected with the mole loss. Moles, I mean the mass loss. Without giving the moles, they may give the mass and the moles. Something like the question of so question 6. So when you come for question 6, it is about Relatively molecular mass of oxygen gas. So O2, it is giving me O2. O2 is a compound. Okay. So question asks you, find the amount of oxygen in moles. Find the amount of oxygen atoms. So it asks me how many O's are there. Question asks how many O's are. If O means is it the molecule or and O2 is the molecule. O2 is the molecule, correct? O2, oxygen gas. Oxygen gas actually is an elemental compound, right? Elemental compound, it's an element. Element, how is it existing? And it is found as a molecule. O2. Now, O2 is a molecule. O2 molecule means this is the one described, our friend. Question asks how much O's are. So what are we supposed to do? First, I want to find out number of O2 molecules are what? Nothing. But the meaning is I don't know the moles. See, it is not giving me the moles. We need the moles here. Moles not giving. So I'm writing this. If you can find this in separately, you can apply X. How do you do? N is equal to simple and over capital M. That formula will know. N is equal to simple and over capital. Right? N is equal to simple and over capital. So instead of this name, write it there and into okay. How much is the mass? The mass given here is 48 grams. Divided by how much is the molar number of O2? Divided by 30 gram of mole into Avogadro 6.0 okay. 48 is over is 1.5. Same answer what they are, right? Okay, I wrote separately. Now here, if I count that once, 6.023, 1.5 means 9.0 more. But still, we will finish up again. Sorry. Number of molecules. Question asked you. Find the number of oxygen. Number of oxygen. Did you understand this part? First, I found the O2 Now I'm writing number of O atoms in one O series. In one O the atoms are one O two atoms, right? And total atoms in one two. How many atoms are there? 9.023. So we have 8.066. Well, there. See, okay, some questions are there. Let's say you have under that, how many pairs are? Go on. How do you get that? How many more are it? This was the first name. If we found without asking total, question they ask you how much total oxygen does that? Without asking how much total atoms are there? How much total oxygen atoms are there? Question. Then what I supposed to do? Here, what perform we need to total in the question now, I have to in what carbon dioxide, in what two oxygen carbon dioxide, CO2, oxygen. Then this is the total molecules. Two blue pens, 2 into 100, 200. I don't want the total, I need only the two. I need one oxygen, so two oxygen carbon. If the question asks you one carbon, one different from the carbon, total 3, but I have only 100. So carbon, less than clear? Any questions? Sure. Fine. So if you have any question, what if I'm going? Without going, but be wasting out. You will be mad. By now, it's clear. Now try this. You have to try to the question 9 and if you have tried, you can show answers. Okay. Right. I use all the you guys have the problem. You like the answers? without problems. Right? Right. Right. But this is that's all. Please write the answers. Okay, meanwhile, I will explain. Others, please write the answers now. Right here. More than okay, this is number of parts n refers to number of parts equal moles into those okay, number of particles equal moles into Avogadro's. Correct? So this number of particles we divide it. If we apply this formula for electron, okay, we find the number of parts. Okay, number of metals in that 20 elements we have sodium, potassium, calcium, hydrogen, chlorine, argon. So for any of the elements you apply this formula, what you find as N is number of elements. For sodium element, we find out sodium. Carbon element, carbon. Hydrogen element, hydrogen. Atoms element. If you apply this formula for a compound, what you find out is number of molecules. It is called compounds. Okay. So number of molecules in compounds, number of molecules in compounds. Either way, it's accordingly. You see. Example. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, chlorine, argon. For any of these are elements or these are elements. Okay. So if we was to find out the atoms. In carbon element, we find out this formula, applying this formula to find out A, and refers to carbon atoms. For oxygen, you apply oxygen, sulfur, you apply sulfur, nitrogen, you apply. Okay, for elements, atoms. Same thing you apply for molecule, H2, CO2, NH3, CH2. All these are components, all these are components, simple things. Compounds you apply, you find out right on that. Okay, so as examples. Question 2. Find the number of sodium atom. 2 moles of sodium. Right? Now you are applying this for sodium. Sodium is an element. So formula is this. N equals N into N. Again, I'm telling you this capital N. Sometimes you will just say wrong because it is not identity. So they will capital N is a symbol. But so that we are writing in groups. You can see all the questions are going in groups. I'm just giving you this formula. So capital N, I'm writing number of sodium atoms. Question asked to find out the atoms, right? Number of sodium equal to the formula moles into Avogadro. How much moles are the sodium atoms? 2 moles. So I'm writing 2 moles into 6.022 into the power 23. 2 into 6.0. So now multiply this, you need to 12.0482 and the power 27. So we have to see. Right? Is that so? And now I'm applying this for molecule. Right? Find the H2O molecules. Now H2O when you take. Right? It is a compound. Sodium is an element. So for element we find out atoms. For a compound we find out number of H2O molecules. Is that clear now? For a compound, we find out molecules. For an element, we find out atoms. For a compound, we find out molecules. But some elements are there, they exist as molecules. Like oxygen gas, O2 molecule, hydrogen gas, H2 molecule, nitrogen gas, ozone. So now, what is the formula? Formula is moles into hour. How much is the moles? 5 euro. Sorry, yes, 5 euros. Into what is that? 6.02 from 24.23 per minute. Okay. We multiply 30.11 is a store. Sure. Right. Now the question asks you. Question 4. You found atoms. You found it. Then it asks is in total how much total atoms are? Here you found how many pages are there. Here you found how many labs are there. Next question goes up. In a total number of labs, what is the total number of atoms? Okay. How do we do it? Find the total number of atoms. Three total carbon dioxide. We see carbon dioxide is a compound. Okay. What is your number of carbon dioxide molecules? Because for compound we find out the molecules. Am I right? For compound we find out the molecules. Equal. Moles you talk about. How much moles are there? Find the total number of atoms in 3 moles. 3 moles into 6.02 to 23 per mole. 3 into 6 you multiply to 18.066 into the 23 carbon dioxide molecules are there. Okay. Now I found how many labs are there. Question asks you what is the total number of things. You know, in one carbon dioxide compound, how many atoms are there? We know, like 1 carbon, 2 oxygen, found here. 3 atoms. Right? Question asks you 1 by 1, 3. 100 bags are there. 1000 bags are there. 500 bags are there. Okay. 10,000 bags are there. 10,000. So now here you see. Here you see 1.1. Right? Molecules. So how do you get that number of molecules you found? Now here is the number of atoms is 1 carbon dioxide. 1 carbon dioxide, 3 atoms. Okay. Now I find out total emissions. What is total emissions? 1 carbon dioxide 3 into what is the total number of carbon dioxide? 0.016. Total that is 3.066. In 1 bag, how many are there? So 3 times 1 is 54.129 is so let me explain. You understand that? So this is one thing. Okay. And there's a question. Okay. Question 6 question number 6. Calculate the relative molecular mass of oxygen gas. Now what is is O2. Question gives you giving O2 oxygen gas is asking you how many O's are. O2 is a question also how many O's are. So what do you do? I'm going to apply number of O2 molecules. First I want to find out how many gas are there. O2 molecules are coming. Okay. Moles is how many moles are there? We don't know. You got to find out the moles. How do you find out the moles? Moles equal your mass over mole mass. Okay, that formula. This will make okay. Moles equal your mass over mole. Another formula. Moles equal mass over mole. So what is the your mass? Now into name, right? What is the your mass? Can I see? Find the number of oxygen atoms. 40 grams of O2 gas. Oxygen gas is over here. So 48 grams divided by what is the molar mass? Simple name is molar mass. Calculation is molar mass. What is the molar mass? Yes. I'm dividing by 2 grams per minute. Into 6.02. Where is it going? Into 6.03. Oxygen question asked me why I found oxygen. Question asked me how much more than that. If one oxygen, how much are these? In one mole, how much oxygen are there? Huh? In one mole, how many oxygen atoms are there? In one mole, how many atoms are oxygen atoms are there? Two oxygen atoms, right? So, number of oxygen atoms in 142 molecule. Then total oxygen atoms in one is 2. In 142 is 2. How many moles are there? 9.03. Right? In 142, 2 atoms are there. How to multiply that? Multiply these, it is 18.06. That's this. Formed by part, practice all these questions. Clear? So now try the next questions. 8, 9. Are you going to get anyone did the right question? What are you going on? I thought.
Yeah, we are right there. 6. No, I'm expecting. Because I expect
Question 9. Question 9. What does it say? Two watch glasses contain an equal number of moles. Now look at this. Question number 9. Two watch glasses are there. Okay. One contains carbon. Mass of carbon is 36. 36 grams of carbon. And the other one contains magnesium, but we don't know how much magnesium is there. Right? One is carbon, the other one is magnesium. The mass of magnesium we don't. Mass of magnesium we don't. Okay? But it says both of them are having the same number of moles, right? Moles of carbon is equal to moles of magnesium. The question says moles of carbon is equal to moles of magnesium. Question says that moles of carbon is equal to moles of magnesium. Magnesium, right? So, what does the question ask you? Find the mass of magnesium. Find out the mass of magnesium. This is given. How do we connect? Mass is given. Mass is given. Moles you can find. Okay. Molar mass you know, right? Any of the component you can find out the molar mass. So what I do first, for carbon you apply moles equal given mass or molar mass. Okay. Moles. How much mass? 36. What is the molar mass of carbon? 12. Carbon, not carbon dioxide. Carbon. Carbon it is 12 grams per mole. It could be usually given in the question. 36 over 12, how much? 3. How much moles are there? 3. How much carbon moles are there? 3. And the question says Nc equal Nmg. Okay. Magnesium moles also should be equal to 3 moles. Okay. So now what I do? For magnesium, I am applying moles equal given mass over molar mass. I want to find out this first. So I'm taking here. So mass equal moles into molar. How much moles are there? 3. What is the molar mass of magnesium? 24. You can get it from the table. 3 into 24, 72 grams. So how much magnesium grams are there? 72 grams. Is that clear? Okay. So first you find out the moles of carbon because the grams and molar mass known. You can find out the moles. That mole is equal to magnesium moles. They won't teach you to keep. Go and ask Mama to teach this now. You can't know. That is why they are sending here, right? So don't lose your concentration. Okay? Got it? Did I spoil? Whatever. Do it. Okay. So using that. Carbon moles you found 3. Make it equal to magnesium 3. You apply the same formula. Subjecting M mass. Moles is 3. Molar mass you know. Multiply with the mass. Is that clear? Did you understand? Sure? Asil? Clear. Let's write this. Right. Write the next one also. Let's get the answers. Hurry. हमारा एक्स्ट्रा मार्क्स आया Question 10. If 4 moles of ammonia is contained in a sample, find the number of hydrogen atoms contained in it. How do you find? How do you find it? 4 moles of ammonia is contained in a sample. Now the problem is you don't know what is ammonia. Ammonia is NH3. Okay? Ammonia is NH3. 4 moles are there. Find the number of hydrogen atoms. Can you remember I told you earlier? 3 pens are there. 2 blue pens, 1 red pen. Then how do you find out the total? Only the related pens you have to take. 2 blue pens, 1 red pen. Total 3. Okay? 100 bags are there. Then total pens should be 300. Total blue pen should be 200. Total red pen should be 100. Got it? So likewise, it says you got 3 moles, 4 moles, right? So first let me apply number of NH3 molecules. I find out the molecules of NH3. What is the formula? Moles into Avogadro. You should not forget this. What is the formula? N into L, moles into Avogadro. How much moles are there? 4 moles. Avogadro goes 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 mole. 4 into, you multiply, how much you get here? How much you get? 24.088 into 10 to the power 23. Ammonia. NH3 molecules are there. Okay. Done. Next, I found how many bags are there. Now I must know how many pens, how many blue pens or how many red pens are there in one bag. So I'm writing number of hydrogen atoms in one ammonia molecule. Okay. In one ammonia molecule, how many hydrogen atoms are there? 3. Total atoms 4. But do I need total? Do I need the total here? No, I need only hydrogen, right? How many hydrogen are there? So I'm writing 3. 100 bags, 5 total pens in one bag. But I need only 3 red pens. 2 blue pens, 3 red pens. Okay? 3 blue pens, 2 red pens, 100 bags. How much red pens are there? 3 into 100, 300. How much blue pens are there? 2 into 100, 200. How much total pens are there? 5 into 100, 5. Got it? So, 3 atoms in one molecule. So, I find out total atoms of hydrogen. In one, it's 3. How many bags are there? 24.088 into 10 to the power 9. How much is it? 72.1264. 264 into Is that clear? Do you understand that? Clear? Fine. Please mark it down. Right. Go to writing book, please. Go to writing book. Take as question 11. Question 11 submission. Find the moles of the following. अरे आप Get me the answer to this quickly. Formula. What is the formula we have to apply to find out the moles? What is the formula? Moles equal given mass over molar mass. Given mass over molar mass. For every question, you have to write. It's first to write the formula. Formula you have to write first. Okay. For every question, you have to write. Not at the top. Okay. Every question, you have to write the formula. Get the answers, please. You can use the relative atomic mass table to find out the molar mass. Okay. You want to show that finding also. For the molar mass, for the compound, you want to find out the molar mass, right? By adding the relative atomic masses, that working you have to show. Okay. Otherwise, you don't know how much is calcium carbonate, right? For example, calcium 40, carbon 12, oxygen 3 into 16. That addition you have to show. If you are writing the answer left to the right, divide by a line and show. Write it as molar mass. Molar mass of calcium carbonate, and then get that answer here. Okay. Get me the answers please quickly. Again, I'm saying every question you have to write the formula, okay? Hurry up. Yes. Write the unit. And guys, hope you all are aware about the seminars tomorrow. Okay, a number of times you got the messages. Have you all got the tickets? Yes. So I think last Saturday you got, right? Yeah. Again, yesterday also you might have. Yeah. In BS class also. Fine. And again in the maths class also, those who haven't got, you might have received it. So don't miss it. Listen, miss, don't miss it. And since lots of inquiries are there related to, because we could see in some schools those chapters were not touched up well. Okay. So even in BS and science also I told you almost 4 to 5 chapters all in one. We are going to revise inshallah. Question and answers and the related notes. Summarized forms are also there within the tube. Okay. If you think any of your friends need also they need to revise this. Okay, you know that, right? Those who really want to learn. Okay, so for them also you can pass it because we are going to expand it as much as possible. So only once we are going to do it because we'll continue that in the next month also. Within 2 weeks or 3 weeks we'll be continuing, but with a different topic. So these topics, once you miss, you are missed. So don't miss it. Okay, and don't let your friends, those who really want to learn, also just pass the message. At least by registration via the WhatsApp message, they can enroll for the sessions tomorrow. But both BS and science. Some of you guys inquired about, so we are not doing BS. I'm doing some they have assigned, I'm doing Arabic. Okay, I'm doing this subject, that subject. Never mind. Still, you join for both. Because if you are doing Arabic or any other subjects instead of BS, you might not be having any idea about BS, right? So come and be seated for the 3 hours and get some knowledge about BS. You can't come only for one. You have to definitely come for both. It is a combined seminar. You understand that? Okay, that's what we told you. It's a combined seminar. You have to come for both. It's must to attend both. Only one you can't attend. Okay, some of them they're asking, sir, 600 for two, one, how much? No, for both. There is no one. For both. It's a combined seminar. Is that clear? Okay. So that's why I told if you don't know. Basically, science everyone does. BS, some of you might be optional, right? Might not be doing. So what do? Come and be seated, get some knowledge about which you don't know. Okay. You can write, you know the language, you can understand. That's it. Okay. So that point I gave you, those who are not doing BS, still come and join. Okay. Fine, are we done? How many questions you could do?
Third one is 2 hours.
Is it 200? No. Check. Your answer is wrong actually. Check the calculation. H2O is 18, right?
Yes.
H2. 600 now? Oh, it's 200. 200. Yeah. It's not 360, 3600. Second one more. Yeah.
0 1.
0?
1.
Which one? 1. 40 over 14? No, if you are alone, if these sounds are heard, what happens? No? And those sounds are also periodic, no? No? In a rhythm, it's coming on. Okay. So, do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Believing in ghosts? Huh?
Yes.
No, I don't think. I don't think so. Have you seen the ghosts? Where? Front of the mirror? Standing in front of the mirror? Early morning? Early morning, soon after waking up, standing in front of the mirror, you could have seen the ghost, no? Get it? Fine. How many of you are having the exams next week? Next week or the following within 1 or 2 weeks? Having the exams started, na? So probably schools to school different. I told you. Okay, some of you are doing third term, second term. Some of your schools are doing the third term. Some of your schools are still doing the first term. That's different. Okay, so that I told you as an average speed only we are doing the lessons. I think almost up to the 12th we are done. Up to the 12th we are done. Only the 10th chapter I have to do now. Because 7th and 10th are given. Up to 12th, the 9th, 11th and 12th almost we are done. Okay, my target is up to that. And the 14th chapter we'll be taking in a seminar. It is usual every year I do it as a seminar. 13th chapter is what next after the 10th. Okay, so 10th actually I was supposed to start today, but we had to do the calculations, so we are doing that. 10th inshallah will be taking on the next class. Next class will be starting up with the 10th, and within 2 weeks we'll be finishing it up. And the 13th chapter would be done in the class. 14th would be a seminar. That is how we go on. But by the end of the year, we'll be done with all. End of the year in the sense, December you'll be having the exams probably, or November end you'll be having the exams. Before that, some combined sessions you'll be having, some seminar sessions, long sessions you'll be having, most probably on Poyo days or Sundays. So at that time, definitely you have to join. Both Thursdays and the Saturdays batch combined together, you'll be having one session. Okay. So in order to complete some chapters we do like that. Then you can cover. Plus, like tomorrow's seminars, we hope to plan every month or once in 2 months actually, at least. But the thing is, I actually plan to make decide the topic depending on the student's request. So it's tomorrow. First topic I had to decide because concerning with the most important parts. So tomorrow we will decide the second topic. Okay, after the session, at the end of the session, shall I will discuss what is the topic you guys need. Okay, depending on the most requirement or what is mostly important, we will decide the second sessions. Okay, or as the following sessions topics. Accordingly, it goes right. So depending on the requirement, we will decide how often we're gonna have it. Okay, so don't miss it. First one's answer. Is it 2? First one, is it 2? What? What? Bird. Calling you. Yeah, if you can. Yeah. No, I'm wondering. Last week, 2 of them were there. Today, only 1. Where is the other one? Oh my God. Right. Second, 40 grams. What's the answer? 40 grams? Second one? 1 more, right? 1 more. Third one? 200? 200. Check if your answers are correct. Fourth one? 2 moles, right? 71 over 35.5. So fifth one? 200 over 100. 200 over 100, right? 2 moles. Number 6, 900 over 180. 5 moles. Correct? 900 over 180. 51 over 70. Glucose is C6H12O6. If you don't know glucose, you can't be saying actually. Ammonia, NH3. Methane or methane, CH4. Carbon dioxide. Oxygen gas is O2. So here, 51 over 17, 3. 64 over 16, 4. 100 over 44, 2.5. Or how much? 2.125. How much you got? 100 grams, no? 44 plus 44, 88, 80. Oh. Not divisible. Do a small change. Maybe 110. Now it is divisible. Yes. Check if it is 2.5. 40 plus 44 plus 44, 88 plus 22, 110. Yeah. 2.5. Check. Fine. 64 grams of oxygen gas. How much is it? Is it 2 moles or 4 moles? 2 moles or 4 moles? Oxygen gas means O2. O2 means what is the molar mass? 16 or 32? Oxygen is 16, O2 32. So 64 you have to divide by 32. Is that clear? O2. Oxygen gas means you must know it's O2. We did that earlier already. If it is oxygen, then 4 moles. Oxygen gas means 32. So 64 divided by 32. One oxygen is 16, two oxygen gas 2, 32, 64 over 32, 2 moles. 2 moles. Is that clear now? Fine. Any questions in this part? Anyhow, this lesson could also be added for one of the special sessions in future, maybe within 1 or 2 months. We'll see. Okay. But make sure you revise them. Make sure you revise them before your exams. Okay. This is one of the chapter in your second term exams mostly comes. Okay. Fine. Ending up with that. See you then. Good afternoon. Salam. And again, if you have missed any of the chapters, any of the lessons, please make sure you go through the recordings. Okay. Excuse me. Ask them to add you to the group. Ask them to add your number to the group. And thank you, Salam. 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 Here. When is the exam to call?
Already started.
Science. Oh, how's it?
Good.
Good means.
Yes.
How many chapters is there?
No.
You are from MLC, right? Same school. What's the school?
Right.
Brighton or Bright Zone?
Right internet.
Bright International. Demaroda, no?
One whole game.
Okay. Paper was easy.
I have done the most.
Yeah, still, just we'll share the message about the session tomorrow. Just pass with your friends if they really want to refer. Just ask them to come.
We gave the tickets. They were like.
No, some of them, no, something like, sorry, something like this. Some of them already might have learned. That's why I told you. You really want to learn? That's it.
Sir, now they science. Since they are not doing Arabic, they are refused.
They are not doing BS.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How many of them are there?
Well, I have subject hours. So
Okay.
can't help. So they are saying, no, I have classes.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want, if they are going for classes or whatever, it's up to them. They can't come for BS only for science. I can't take actually because for both BS and science, they have to. That's it. Okay, we'll see then. In future, if there is only science section, at least they can find.
I had a main thing.
Okay.
I was waiting calls to meeting, but they had the team leaders meeting also. So probably.
Fine, anyhow, now you have called up lesson for today, right? Still, if you have a problem, I'll upload this maybe within 1 or 2 days time. It's both. Okay. But don't mess up the exam this time. Okay. Going off all those practices, fine, but balance your studies. Otherwise, your mom won't be taking off from all those things. Okay? You know that, right? Okay. Fine. So don't mess it up. Even you, the calculator, what do you call the competitions and all you are going on, fine. I told you, I'm giving you that chance, right? If you have a competition, go, you miss the class, come to the next one. But balance it. Balance it and go. Okay. But this exams, you have to score at least 10 marks more than the previous. Last time 70 or something, no?
Yes, she checks the spelling, mistakes, and everything.
It's not an English paper.
No, that's bad. Like, everything. Even the forming, of course, we should try. Body mistakes now are covered.
Try not to do that mistake. Okay. Try not to do that mistake. But 10 more marks you have to add. Okay. So last time 70 means at least 10 more marks you have to add this. 60. You are 7. Okay. At least 10 more marks. Second term, third term, another 10 marks should be added. Third term, when you are going on, you have to score closer to 9. That's my target. You can do it. It's not something that you can't. You can. You have to focus on. Clear? Okay. Do it well.
It's hard, sir.
That is why I'm telling you, I didn't ask you to go from 0 to 90, right? Step by step by step. Now 70s, 80, and then 90. But with that spirit, if you are going for grade level, yeah, okay. Otherwise, it's hard. Don't give it up. Give the maximum. Okay? Right. Next one. Just come.
Today we have paper class. There are six of this. You said that you will tell me a solution on Thursday. Yesterday, day before yesterday.
You will ask me, no?
And you also forgot. But for Zoom visa, did I have second Zoom visa? Did I nine entire system capable? We can't go where I can tell that. That's all visa sets are our one call and answer.
I'll inform you.
Then I've stated it. Thank you.